What is up, guys? EJ here, aka Puckbond007, and welcome to the Movie Reviewers 100, this great collaboration channel here on YouTube that I am proud to be a part of. So this week is Clint Eastwood week, a great week. Of course, Clint Eastwood, a legendary actor and now a very well respected director. Alan already did a great review of Million Dollar Baby, his Oscar-winning film from 2004. But I wanted to go old school, and I definitely wanted to do a Western. So I chose the 1973 classic High Plains Drifter. Clint Eastwood directed this film as well. It was his second film that he directed after Play Misty for Me in 1971, but this was his first Western that he directed from 1973 that he also starred in. He stars as his famous character, the man with no name. The film starts off with him sort of appearing out of the heat, out of the desert, and wandering into this small, lawless town called Lago, and it's by a lake. It's a really picturesque looking location for where this small town is. From there, it's a typical man with no name Western. The townspeople have a problem, and they hire this former gunslinger to protect them and help fend off three ruthless killers who are just about to get out of jail. But the film is interesting in the fact that it's pretty brutal, and a lot of the brutality comes from Clint Eastwood's character himself. The first couple of scenes, after he wanders into town, he goes to the saloon to get a drink, and there he's met sort of with scorn by three local ruffians. Then he leaves the saloon to go to the barber shop to get a shave, and while he's getting a shave, the three goons come over to hassle him some more, and he just blows them all away while he's sitting in the barber's chair getting a shave. And then after that, he runs into a woman in the middle of the street, and they sort of have a confrontation, and he drags her off to a barn and basically rapes her in broad daylight. I was quite shocked at the level of brutality that Eastwood shows himself. It's a great looking film. I love the opening music score, sort of an ominous tone to it. Sort of reminiscent of the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly music, but sort of a different melody to that. But very sort of eerie and creepy in a way. Very ominous tone, sort of signaling the fact that this guy is not really a very noble person. Quite the anti-hero in this film. So yeah, after these couple of events, the townspeople reluctantly hire him to take care of these three guys who are about to get out of jail and are coming back to this town. But he doesn't do it very willingly. He basically gets the townspeople to give him whatever he wants. He gets clothes and free booze. He doesn't have to pay for anything. He throws all the people out of the hotel and stays in the hotel all by himself. And he also renames a new sheriff. The former sheriff is sort of a fat loudmouth, but he names the new sheriff a little person, in fact, which is quite funny, sort of as a joke. Clint Eastwood's character names the new sheriff, and that's this little person. So beyond that, basically the whole townspeople is against Clint Eastwood even being there. They don't like him. They try to get rid of him. They try to sort of surprise him one night while he's in bed with a woman. But he, of course, turns the tables on these three guys, or several guys, and he blows up the hotel, blows up the room that he's staying in, and chases off some of the townspeople, including the woman he raped early on in the film. And then, of course, the three guys get out of jail and they make their way to Lago. And he also makes some interesting demands for the townspeople to paint the town red and rename it Hell on the sign to the entrance of the town where it says Lago. He paints the letters Hell. And from a distance, when you see the town repainted all red, it looks really cool, especially against the backdrop of the blue lake. So he basically trains the townspeople using guns and rifles to help fend off these three people as well. And then they come and not much happens because it seems Clint Eastwood takes off. These three guys show up and they sort of take care of the townspeople themselves. They kill a bunch, they sort of chase them around the town, and then they round them all up in the saloon. Yeah, another interesting, very brutal scene is when you see a flashback of the town marshal, the former town marshal, getting bullwhipped to death in the middle of the street. The whipping scene in this film is pretty it's brutal. I'll say that much. Just four guys whipping the hell out of some guy lying on the ground in the middle of the street, and it's an interesting scene because it's sort of the catalyst to why Clint Eastwood came to this town, why his character came to this town. I won't really go into why, but it's a major part of why he's there in the first place. It's a great Western, it's a great looking film. Lots of sort of shocking violence and surprising brutality, like I've said many times. His second film as director and one of his classic Westerns from the 70s. So that's High Plains Drifter from 1973. Thank you for watching as always. Make sure you check out everybody else's videos this week. I can't wait to see what Ian picks. Clint Eastwood is one of Ian's favorite people in Hollywood, favorite actors. He's a big Eastwood fan, and really looking forward to his video. So until next time, I'll see ya.
Bond. James Bond.